Yeah, so with those debates, what's been like your most extreme experience with someone that hasn't been vegan, like an intense moment?
That's a great question. I had an experience in Dallas, actually. The University of Dallas. When I say Dallas, it's probably not the most surprising place in the world.
Yeah, right? To have like an intense anti-vegan situation.
Exactly. Yeah, so it was at Dallas University and I'd set up a sign and this guy walked past with a couple of friends and he's like, oh, you guys go on ahead, I've got to do this, it'll be great. So he sits down and, you know, before we start filming, I always make a little bit of small talk with people, just, you know, to personalize them, to personalize myself, and so we get to know one another, and so it's not so weird. So I'll ask them, like, you know, where are you from? What are you doing? What do you study? Blah, blah, blah. And instantly he was like, he wouldn't give me his name, didn't tell me what he was doing. So I actually literally thought that he didn't study, he wasn't part of the campus, and he was just wandering through, and he was just like some member of the public, because he was acting very erratically and strangely. Anyway, we start filming, and instantly he's just aggressive and like in my face, and he's talking over me and he's just spewing out all of this stuff, like he won't let me get a word in. And so I say to him, you know, are you going to let me speak or are you going to dominate this conversation? And he leans up, so he's like right here in my face, and he goes, I'm going to dominate this conversation because you can't. He's like, I eat meat, I work out, I'm going to I want to show you how weak you are or something.
Stop.
Yeah, and I'm like, well, why are you being like this? You don't need to be like this, can't you just like debate me? And he basically says that all you know, the opinions and all debates, you know, it's all about violence. And I'm like, oh gosh.
Is it?
I was like, this doesn't sound good. I've got
debates about violence?
Yeah, I was like, I'm pretty sure it's not. As he walked off, I said, you know, just so you know, you're a bit of a loser. So he comes back and he like grabs my arm. So he's like stood behind me, grabs my arm, and he comes up and he's like, he whispers in my ear, do you want to fight about it? Do you want to have a fight about it? And I was like, no. Anyway, turns out he's a professor at the university. Can you believe it? It was a bit of a weird experience. So funnily enough, yeah, the most aggressive person I had was actually a professor.
A professor?
At the university. So
at his university?
At his own university where he is employed.